It's looking spooky. It's looking real spooky. It's getting so bad. Caitlin Clark, brother, had to say something, bro. Colin, make no mistake, this is on the referee, and he know his sister hurt. He knows. Look, Colin's so damn mad. Look, Colin know his sister hurt. He know his sister hurt right now. And I'm telling y'all right now, she's not playing tomorrow.
Colin Clark, brother of the Indiana Fever star, issued strong criticism regarding officiating decisions during recent game events. His statement directly attributed responsibility to game officials for incidents that occurred during the Boston matchup, expressing frustration with referee performance throughout the contest. The family member's public comments highlight growing concerns about player safety and official oversight within professional women's basketball. Colin Clark's remarks suggest systemic issues with game management that have persisted throughout the current season, affecting player welfare and competitive integrity. Social media posts from Clark's brother indicate deep concern for his sister's physical and emotional well-being following recent game incidents.
Sister hurt right now. And I'm telling y'all right now, she's not playing tomorrow. Caitlin Clark is not playing tomorrow. Kelsey Mitchell is a snake. I believe she is. I believe she is. Y'all got to pay attention to body language, people. See, y'all got to pay attention to body language. And these referees are horrible. Horrible. 100%, this is the refs. I've been saying this all season long. I got to agree with Andy. I'm such a sweet.
The family's public response demonstrates the personal impact of what they perceive as inadequate protection from league officials during competitive play. Speculation has emerged regarding potential overseas playing opportunities as an alternative to current league conditions. The suggestion reflects frustration with domestic league management and raises questions about player retention in face of ongoing safety concerns and officiating inconsistencies. Game footage reveals a specific late-game incident that appeared to cause significant discomfort to the Fever star. The play occurred during the fourth quarter and involved what observers described as potentially injurious contact that went unaddressed by game officials despite its apparent impact.
I'm such a sweet girl, and I don't know, that's somebody clout chasing. Colin louder. Ken's prayers for your sister, bro. Kathy got to look in the mirror. Bro, I've been trying to light Kathy up all season long. I've been telling y'all, man, Kathy been real quiet. Kathy been a whole hell of a lot quiet. Super duper quiet, bro. Too quiet. It's looking real spooky, Kathy.
Video analysis shows Clark exhibiting visible distress while seated on the bench following the incident. Her facial expressions and body language suggested both physical discomfort and emotional frustration with the circumstances surrounding the play and its aftermath. The incident reportedly involved potential injury to Clark's groin area, similar to previous injuries she has sustained during the season. Medical evaluation will determine the extent of any damage and her availability for upcoming games, though initial assessments suggest she may miss immediate contests. Observer reactions noted the unusual nature of Clark's demeanor during what was otherwise a successful game for her team.
Hey, Kathy. Now, this is the play right here. This right here is when everything changed. Everything changed right here. Watch this.
Looks like she's in pain.
Look. Now, this is a whole nother situation right here.
Despite Indiana maintaining a lead throughout most of the contest, Clark appeared withdrawn and distressed in ways rarely seen during her professional career. Commentary from longtime followers of Clark's career emphasized the unprecedented nature of her visible emotional state. Supporters who have tracked her progress since college expressed concern about the cumulative effect of physical contact and officiating decisions on her mental approach to competition. The contrast between team success and individual distress raised questions about the personal toll of ongoing physical play and inconsistent official protection. Clark's shooting performance and overall engagement appeared affected by the circumstances surrounding the game's physical nature.
Now, this is a whole nother situation right here. This situation right here, this referee situation, we're going to get into that in a minute. But look at Caitlin Clark's face.
On the bench after looking like.
Look at her damn face. I want y'all to look at this young lady face. I've never, ever. I've been watching Caitlin Clark a long time. I've never seen this face.
Earlier in the contest, separate incidents contributed to mounting tensions regarding player safety and official oversight. Multiple plays throughout the game featured questionable contact that went unaddressed, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty about protective measures for star players. Family support systems have become increasingly vocal about treatment of players within the league structure. The public nature of these concerns suggests growing frustration with private channels for addressing player safety and officiating quality issues. Discussion of appropriate advocacy for player protection has intensified among supporters and media observers.
I've never seen this face. I've never seen this face. This is a young lady that is struggling. This is a young lady. Let me blow it all the way up for y'all real quick. This is a young lady that is emotionally scarred. What if this was your daughter? What if this was your sister? What if Caitlin was your aunt, your cousin, your niece?
The role of family members, teammates, and organizational leadership in addressing systemic issues has become a focal point for broader league reform conversations. The cumulative impact of physical play throughout the season appears to be affecting Clark's enjoyment and engagement with basketball competition. Observers note changes in her demeanor and approach that suggest the entertainment value she brings to the sport may be diminishing under current conditions. Mitchell's involvement in various game situations has drawn scrutiny from analysts examining team dynamics and player relationships. Body language analysis suggests potential tension within team structures that may complicate support systems for star players during difficult periods.
This is a young lady right here that is emotionally scarred and she don't know what's going on. She's in disbelief with the type of stuff that has been happening to her throughout this damn league. What if this was your daughter? Imagine how Caitlin Clark daddy feel. Her brother already said what he had to say.
League administration faces mounting pressure to address officiating consistency and player protection protocols. The high-profile nature of incidents involving marquee players creates public relations challenges that extend beyond individual game outcomes to broader questions about league management. Safety protocols and enforcement mechanisms require examination to ensure adequate protection for all players while maintaining competitive integrity. The balance between physical play and player welfare represents an ongoing challenge for professional women's basketball development. Fan engagement with these issues demonstrates the emotional investment audiences have developed in player welfare beyond simple entertainment consumption.
Brother already said what he had to say. Imagine I'm praying for Caitlin Clark's father. Pray for her daddy. Pray for her family. Because if that was my daughter, boy, I'll be raising hell. I'll be raising hell if that was my daughter. Look at this face right here. Basketball ain't fun to Caitlin no more. That's why
the personal connection supporters feel with players creates advocacy that extends into demands for systemic improvements in league operations. Media coverage of these incidents reflects broader discussions about athlete treatment and institutional responsibility for player well-being. The intersection of entertainment value, competitive integrity, and personal welfare creates complex narratives that require careful navigation by all stakeholders. The long-term implications for player retention and league growth depend significantly on addressing these fundamental concerns about safety and fair treatment. The ability to maintain star player engagement while ensuring competitive balance will determine the success of current league expansion and development efforts.
Eventually, there's no way around it. You can tell she's unhappy. It's not, whatever it is Stephanie White is doing is not working for Caitlin Clark. But at this point, when I say the word painful, this is where we're going to start. This is potentially a disaster for the city of Indianapolis, the Indiana Fever. They're hosting the All-Star game. We just found out Caitlin Clark was going to be in the three-point contest.
Administrative response to these concerns will signal the league's priorities regarding player welfare versus other competitive and financial considerations. The handling of high-profile incidents often establishes precedents that affect broader player relations and public perception of institutional values. The Indiana Fever's contest against the Connecticut Sun delivered a complex mixture of outcomes, though the overarching theme centered on concerning developments. The game's most significant aspect involved physical discomfort and tactical struggles that overshadowed the eventual victory. Clark's performance displayed inconsistency throughout the evening, particularly regarding shooting accuracy.
In the three-point contest, and this is her right here. You can see her. Let me turn this down. She's grabbing that groin, folks. She's grabbing the groin area. She's going to walk over. She knows she's injured, and it looked bad, folks. She was on the bench, had her head wrapped in a towel. She's crying. She's in pain. I'm going to stop this.
While she contributed rebounds and assists when available, frequent substitutions disrupted her ability to establish game rhythm. The coaching rotation patterns appeared counterproductive to developing player confidence and momentum. The substitution strategy raised questions about long-term player satisfaction and team chemistry. Continuous interruptions to playing time could potentially influence future roster decisions, as athletes typically prefer consistent opportunities to showcase their abilities. A critical moment occurred when Clark suffered what appeared to be a groin injury during play.
I'm going to stop this video right there, okay? That's enough of that, but you get the point. Now, our biggest concern is obviously her health. And I got to tell you, I can't see her playing tomorrow. I cannot imagine her doing the three-point contest or being in the All-Star game now. All right, which is brutal. I was so fired up to see it. But she needs to sit, folks.
The incident showed her reaching toward the affected area before walking to the sideline, clearly recognizing the severity of the situation. Bench footage revealed her emotional distress, with a towel covering her head as she dealt with both physical pain and disappointment. The timing of this injury proved particularly unfortunate given Indianapolis hosting the upcoming All-Star festivities. Clark's scheduled participation in the three-point contest and All-Star game now faced uncertainty, creating potential complications for the league's marquee weekend event. Pre-game scenes demonstrated Clark's remarkable influence on league attendance and fan engagement.
I was so fired up to see it. But she needs to sit, folks. She needs to sit. This is the power of Caitlin Clark right here. This is the crowd prior to the game. These are all Fever fans going into a road arena in Boston. Look at that. Look at all the Fever, red, Fever, red. I mean, look, little Caitlin Clark fans right here. That is Caitlin Clark's draw.
Road venues consistently filled with Indiana supporters, creating home game atmospheres regardless of official team designations. Boston's arena displayed predominantly red-clad Fever fans, including numerous young supporters wearing Clark merchandise. The team's overall performance revealed systematic issues beyond individual player struggles. The offensive scheme appeared disjointed, with players seeming uncertain about their roles and positioning. Despite securing an 85-77 victory, the basketball quality lacked the fluidity expected from a competitive professional team.
Is Caitlin Clark's draw and her power for the league. Guys, it was painful to watch her play tonight. It was painful to watch this team play tonight. They're discombobulated. This offense that White is running is not working. It's not working. Yeah, they won the game. They did. 85-77. Like I said, Caitlin Clark got sneaky hot. She had a plus 21 in this game. 14 points.
Clark's statistical line showed 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists with a plus 21 rating. However, her 1 of 7 3-point shooting highlighted ongoing accuracy concerns that have persisted throughout recent games. The numbers alone failed to capture the difficulty she experienced finding consistent scoring opportunities. Supporting players provided crucial contributions that ultimately secured the victory. Kelsey Mitchell's 8 of 13 shooting, Natasha Howard's 8 of 11 accuracy, and Sophie Cunningham's 4 of 6 performance compensated for the primary star's shooting struggles.
8 rebounds, 7 assists, and some people might look at that line and be like, she had a great game. No, it wasn't a great game. 1 of 7 from 3. Aaliyah Boston had a poor game, 2 of 6. She did not look good. And it was Kelsey Mitchell, 8 of 13. Natasha Howard, 8 of 11. And Sophie Cunningham, 4 of 6, that saved this Fever team tonight. I'm going to be the first to say it. And then, of course, Caitlin.
These performances prevented what could have been a disappointing road loss. Aaliyah Boston's 2 of 6 shooting night reflected the team's broader offensive challenges. Multiple players struggled to find rhythm within the current system, suggesting tactical adjustments might be necessary to maximize personnel effectiveness. The game's final minutes witnessed Clark's most productive stretch, as she elevated her intensity and execution when the outcome remained uncertain. Her ability to impact winning moments despite earlier struggles demonstrated her competitive instincts and clutch performance capabilities.
Fever team tonight. I'm going to be the first to say it. And then, of course, Caitlin turning the gas up in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game, and she goes on a little run to clinch it, right? Dave Portnoy was, of course, there at the game. He's a Boston guy. I thought this was going to be the lead tonight, which was whatever happened between Caitlin Clark and the refs tonight, but she was livid.
A notable interaction occurred between Clark and game officials, with reports indicating she told a referee to grow up during a heated exchange. The specific circumstances surrounding this confrontation remained unclear, though it reflected her frustration with officiating decisions throughout the contest. Clark's long-range shooting difficulties have become a recurring concern, raising speculation about potential underlying physical issues. Her historically reliable three-point accuracy has declined significantly, suggesting possible injury complications that may have gone undiagnosed or unreported.
But she was livid. She told the referee to grow up. I put on Twitter, I said, she just told the referee to grow up. And just, it wasn't 2 minutes later, Scott Agnes, who of course was at the game, confirmed. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark said to the ref. She told the ref to grow up. So I can't wait to find out what happened there. But I guess
the coaching staff's tactical decisions drew particular criticism, especially regarding player combinations and position assignments. Pairing certain players simultaneously appeared strategically questionable, while asking Clark to play small forward created additional complications for offensive flow. Substitution timing proved especially problematic when Clark would make successful shots only to be immediately removed from the game. This pattern prevented her from building the confidence and rhythm necessary for shooters to find their optimal performance levels.